The AGC is our annual giving campaign, and it's unique in the fact that your donations support the activities in the year that the donations come in. This is not something where money's donated and it's collected over time to pay for our big project. This is something that we can actually pay for the small things that benefit so many.
There are students with different, who have different intellectual abilities, so being able to address not just the ones who might be struggling learners, but who are advanced learners, and being able to get, not just equipment, but access to materials that you can help with the more advanced learners and the struggling learners.
I have some students who really struggle with reading and have difficulty finding a book that they want. So when one of those students says to me, I think I would really like it if you could just get, and then tells me what book it is that they're really dying to read, I can go out and get that book because AGC has made that possible.
We have students who are varsity level basketball and soccer and volleyball players, and we also have students who come into PE who just want a recreational workout. We also have content that's delivered in PE. Students need to know how their bodies work and how to make them work better. And so you've got a real diverse group of learners on top of movers. PTA, the parent support here, the AGC grant that we have received in the past has really helped us to add more equipment for a population of 400 kids who are taking PE currently.
What the AGC funds enable me to do is to make sure their school supplies, you can't tell who has or who doesn't have. Their school supplies level the playing field. They have similar binders, pencils. They're just their basic school materials.
These paints, they're called sumi paints, but they're made of natural materials and it's expensive. So I used to pay it out of pocket, but because I have support from the PDSA, we can do more of these cultural lessons. Whenever we teach a new unit, we realize, they could really benefit by having this material. Or right now, I want more Japanese books because I found that my 8th graders this year we have a lot of advanced students, and they will really benefit from having real, authentic material. But these are very expensive, so we can't get them as much as I would like.
The money that is raised this year is used this year, and that's huge for us as teachers who are having to then develop materials that go along with a new curriculum, and we won't have to wait because we know through your generosity, which we're very thankful for, that you will support us to provide the best education we possibly can for your students.
Some kids are just totally different kinds of learners, and some kids really like the kinesthetic kind of learning where they're hands-on. Some kids, get the most out of it when they're writing about it. But the real trick is to have, I think, enough equipment so that they can all be engaged. The district provides us with 4 scales per classroom. And if you have 32 kids in a class, which we often do, trying to use 4 different scales, they have to wait in line. And 13-year-olds waiting in line for a long time is not a good idea in the science classroom. And so if you have 8 scales, or 1 at every table of 4 kids, then they can all be working and they can all stay engaged, and it just works so much better.
Because of the AGC, our library collection is always growing and changing to meet the needs of our students and our staff.
Because of the AGC, my students get to do science instead of read about science.
Because of the AGC, we have a great room full of functional equipment that serve 400 students, and we're so thankful.
Because of the AGC, learning is fun, interactive, and exciting.
Because of the AGC, I am growing students who love to read.
Because of the AGC, all students can be ready to perform in the classroom.
For our AGC, your donations, no matter how small or how large, will benefit our students in unique ways, but it benefits our diverse population in many ways.
To everybody that contributes to the AGC, we couldn't do this without you. It makes all the difference in the world. Thank you.
I feel so fortunate to be in a school where we have a parent body that is so generous and willing to support all of our students, not just their own. They wonderfully support their own student, but they're willing to share with all of our students, and we are so lucky to have that, and I thank you for that.
ありがとうございます。